almost 40% of e-commerce purchases last year came from Amazon, and over 60% of sales came from independent sellers, just like you would be if you were to advertise on Amazon. Amazon ads is in the Sulka search repertoire, and I want to share some numbers from a recent win, month over month, January versus February, so January 2025 versus February, for a client that we've been managing. And I want to share with you, after I go through the metrics, the campaign structure that I would use to build things up quickly on a month over month basis. So, ROAS from January to February went from 2.78 to 3.76, a 32% increase in a single month. Cost per purchase or cost per conversion went down 27%. Sales increased almost 40%, and all the while we were increasing ad spend by 5.57%. So not only did we spend more, but we were 32% more profitable on the back end. Why do I tell you this? I tell you this because Amazon ads is the place to be based on the statistics that I shared at the beginning of this. 75% of shoppers in the US have an Amazon Prime membership. Amazon continues to grow. You need to be on Amazon at some point if you want to continue to scale your e-com brand across all platforms. So, I'm going to show you and talk about the exact strategy on this whiteboard in 2 seconds that I would use to scale. Here's a campaign structure as simple as I can put it. I'm going to show a demo or somewhat of a demo on how you would go about setting this up and making these campaigns. But number one is going to be an automatic campaign. An automatic campaign basically allows Amazon to crawl your product page, the description, the title, the details, whatever, and have your ads show up for keywords and on other product pages based on what Amazon thinks is going to perform the best or based on what Amazon thinks is the most relevant. So what I want you to do is set up an automatic campaign. In terms of a daily budget, I would run it somewhere between $50 a day and $100 a day. That might seem a lot to you. That might seem not like a lot to you, depending on where you're at with your brand. But start there, let it run for about 7 days, and then from there, that automatic campaign, as long as the bid is in a good spot, if it's not spending, increase the bid. But if it is, you'll be able to go into the search terms, and for an automatic campaign, the search terms are going to show you the keywords or the search terms that your ads are showing for, as well as the ASIN. So what is an ASIN? An ASIN is an Amazon Standard Identification Number. An ASIN is essentially just a name for another product on Amazon. So it's going to show you the other products that your ad is showing up on and the keywords, and it's going to show you the respective metrics, the amount of orders that those products or keywords have generated, what the ROAS was, what the cost per click was, etc. That automatic campaign is going to reveal keywords and ASINs that are profitable for you. I would only use ones that are somewhat statistically significant. So look for certain ASINs or certain keywords that have seen at least 2 orders, 2 or 3 orders. If it's just one, I wouldn't use it. But 2 or 3 orders and has a profitable ROAS for you, or profitable keywords as well. So what you're going to do from there is you're going to take those from the automatic campaign, then you're going to build this new campaign for top ASINs. That's just what you're going to name it. And then for top keywords, and then you're going to take those from there and move them down. What I want you to do though is look in the automatic campaign in the search terms what the cost per click was, so you know what to set the bid at in the ASINs campaign and the keyword campaign, because that cost per click is what caused it to be profitable. So if the cost per click for the automatic campaign was $1.50 and it was profitable, you want to make sure to have the same exact bid in these 2 following campaigns. So I'm going to jump into a quick screen share to kind of show you what this looks like. There's not too much information I can reveal because of NDAs, and I can't show too much back-end information, but I'll show you how to set up an automatic campaign and then show you where to find search terms so you can move them into these new sponsored products campaigns. All right, we're in Amazon ads now. I'm going to show you how to set up this sponsored products campaign, this automatic campaign to start. So once you click create campaign, once you're in Amazon ads, it's going to take you to this page, to the sponsored products. You're going to click that. That's what SP stands for. For ad group name, we're just going to name it automatic. Cool. So now in this products section, We're going to enter in the product name that you already have set up on the back end. Since you've done the back end work to set up Amazon ads, you're going to find your product and you're going to add the one or the ones that you want to advertise in this campaign. For targeting, we're going to want to select automatic targeting. So as I explained when I was up at the whiteboard, Amazon is doing the grunt work for us. They're going to target keywords and products that are similar to the product in your ad. So they're going to crawl our page and see what makes sense for our advertisement. Just go with the default bid for now. Trust Amazon here. You're going to want to check in a couple of days to see if the campaign's actually spending. If it is, good. If it's not, you're going to want to bump up your bid probably 15 to 20 cents. No reason to add any negative keywords or negative products yet. For bidding strategy, I always start with down only and add a 15% adjustment to top of search because most people purchase from top of search and it tends to have the highest ROAS. That's going to help you get learnings quicker. For the campaign name, you're just going to name it Sponsored Products, SP for short, automatic, and then you can just put in the name of your product. So your product name to differentiate it from other campaigns. Like I said, you're going to want to set the budget at $100, 50 to $100, and then you're going to want to click Launch Campaign. Okay, now we're in an automatic campaign that has been running for some time. You can see I'm looking at the last 7 days here. And what I'm going to do now is click into the ad group. Then we're going to go to search terms, like I said. In the search terms report, you're going to filter by orders. So now we can see some of these products and some of these keywords that we'd want to break out into their own campaigns. And you can just take an Excel document and write down the ASINs and write down the keywords so when you go back in and create the new campaign, you can just enter those in pretty easily. And I'll show you how to create those campaigns really quickly. So you can see this ASIN, for example, had 3 orders over the last 7 days at a 15 ROAS. To me, that's statistically significant. We should be targeting that. What was the CPC? 97 cents. So that's what we're going to want our bid to be when we're setting up the new campaign for that particular ASIN. So in the Excel document where you're translating ASINs and keywords, write down what the CPC was that was profitable in the automatic campaign. And then you're going to go through different products in here, different keywords, and you're going to do the same exact thing. See which ones have had orders, more than one preferably. You can see not too many in here have had more than one. But for ones that have had 2, 3, or more, so this would be another good example right here, moving them into their own campaigns for top ASINs for the products and then top keywords for the keyword campaign. So now that you have those ASINs and those keywords that perform well in the automatic campaign, you're going to come back in, you're going to create new campaigns for both of those. So sponsored products, once again, we'll just call this top performing search terms, or top performing keywords is fine. You're going to add in the same product target here. Now we're going to do manual targeting. We'll do the keywords first. You're going to go to enter list, do exact match only. Enter the list that you had translated over to an Excel document based on the ones that were converting well. So I'll just do example keyword. So we'll add that keyword. And now let's say that the profitable bid from the automatic campaign was $1. You want to change that to $1. And that's what we're going to run with that keyword. No reason to do anything else. We're going to do bid strategy as down only. Same thing. We'll add another 15% adjustment to top of search. We'll name this SP top performing keywords, your product name, and then give it a budget somewhere between like $30 and $50. I think is a good start. Okay, quickly, I'm going to show you how to do it for ASINs as well. So sponsored products, once again, click continue. We'll just call this top performing ASIN. Going to put in your product here now. Once again, for targeting, it's going to be manual again, but this time we're going to do product targeting for the ASINs that you translated over to an Excel document. We're going to do individual products. We'll do enter list, turn off expanded, just do exact. And you're going to take that list of ASINs that you had pulled that were profitable from the search term in the automatic campaign, enter those in here, whatever it was, click target. Obviously, that's not an actual ASIN, but once you do that, those products will pop up over here, and you're going to want to do the same thing with the bid. So set the bid to what was profitable in the automatic campaign, what CPC was profitable in the automatic campaign. No need to add any targeting, down only, 15% once again for top of search first page. Name it SP, top performing ASINs or top ASINs or whatever you want to name it. Everybody's naming convention is different. Your product's name, whatever the start date is, and then your daily budget. And that is how you take testing an automatic campaign, translating it to an ASINs campaign and a keywords campaign, and then finding out what works from there and scaling. I hope this helps you. Get on Amazon as soon as possible because 40% of e-commerce purchases happen there. Okay. I know that was a long one. I'm sorry. Thank you.